We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a murder for hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Durk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night and is being held without bond.
The rapper, whose real name is Durk Banks, he's facing charges after a man was shot outside the Varsity in February. The man survived. Banks turned himself into police yesterday.
You know, one of my favorite rappers ever was King Von.
Yeah.
You had a great relationship with him, obviously.
Yeah.
Where were you when you got the call?
We was in Houston. We was shooting a video, I think. Yeah.
He was one of the most talented guys on the planet.
Somebody told me if you can copy an artist to be somebody for Halloween, you made it.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk's murder for hire trial was pushed back to October this year from its original date of January 7th, after both the prosecution and defense agreed the case, centering on the alleged 2022 murder for hire plot that targeted rapper Quando Rondo and resulted in the death of another person, is so unusual and so complex and requires more time to prepare, according to prosecutors.
It is very, very, very rare that people catch a Fed charge and don't do no time. It's very rare.
Documents filed in Los Angeles federal courts say discovery for the case involves more than 230 gigabytes of digital evidence, including recordings and surveillance footage, as well as more than 20,000 pages of reports concerning murder and other violent acts, photographs, witness statements, and medical documents. The postponement comes weeks after a newly unsealed affidavit filed by an FBI agent in Chicago last year alleged Lil Durk was involved in a second murder for hire incident. However, he hasn't been charged for it, which cited text correspondence and social media posts from two individuals discussing payment from the rapper for the 2022 murder of Stephon Mack, a 24-year-old thought to be a Gangster Disciples gang leader. In the affidavit, the agent alleges Lil Durk was and still is offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, including Gangster Disciple members. Durk's brother, Dante Banks, was shot and killed in June 2021, and the affidavit states the perpetrator may have been affiliated with Gangster Disciple. Los Angeles prosecutors used the Chicago affidavit as evidence to deny Lil Durk's request for pretrial release, stating in a filing that the Chicago affidavit underscores why the defendant cannot be released pending this trial. Durk, whose real name is Durk Devontae Banks, already faces charges including conspiracy, carrying and using firearms, including a machine gun, and possession of firearms in a crime that resulted in death in connection with the alleged murder for hire plot that targeted but did not kill rapper Quando Rondo.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk could be linked to a second murder for hire plot, this time in Chicago. These are images of the gunman who shot and killed Stephon Mack in 2022.
The court says if the Lil Durk and co-defendants are convicted, they could face a statutory maximum sentence of life in federal prison. Durk, who has been in jail since his October arrest, is scheduled to release an album in January this year. According to an indictment filed in the U.S. District Court in Los Angeles, prosecutors allege Lil Durk and 5 co-defendants, Kayvon London Grant, DeAndre Dontrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston, conspired in 2022 to kill rapper Quando Rondo as retaliation for a 2020 altercation between his crew and King Von's crew, which involved an exchange of gunfire that killed King Von. Quando Rondo's affiliate Timothy Lol Tim Leaks was eventually charged with murder.
Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Prosecutors say the men traveled to Los Angeles to shoot and kill Quando Rondo in his car, but their gunfire instead killed his cousin, Savieya Robinson, known as Lil Pab, who was a passenger in the vehicle. An affidavit filed in federal court, based on testimony by FBI agent Sarah Corcoran, states Lil Durk had placed a bounty on Quando Rondo's life, citing unnamed witnesses, and that flight tickets purchased to carry out the murder for hire were made with credit cards linked to Lil Durk and only the family. Durk attempted to flee the United States prior to his arrest, according to the U.S. District Attorney's Office and the affidavit, which states he had 3 flights booked to Italy, Switzerland, and Dubai, but did not board any of them. Quando Rondo released a new song titled Life Goes On, which appears to reference the slaying of his cousin and laments violence in hip guard from all the losses in the streets. I never thought I'd see your name next to R.I.P., he raps. We didn't get into this music industry to make it just to stay caught up in this street S. He said in a statement on Instagram, Durk's financial contribution to Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has also faced scrutiny. The rapper made a $150,000 donation to the mayor's campaign last year, though the mayor declined to tell reporters whether he would keep or return the money. The Chicago Tribune editorial board called on the mayor to return the money, urging him to get himself as far away from this PR nightmare as possible and do it as quickly as possible.
Lil Durk's mission to build financial literacy for children across the city and making other critical investments for the children of the city is where his heart, has been.
Officials in Broadview, a Chicago suburb, rescinded Lil Durk's key to the city, which was given to him a week before his arrest to honor his Neighborhood Heroes Youth nonprofit organization. King Von, whose real name is David Daquan Bennett, was shot and killed outside of a hookah lounge in Atlanta in the early hours of November 6, 2020. Local police said Von's group was involved in an argument with another group led by Quando Rondo, and the argument quickly escalated to gunfire around 3:20 a.m., resulting in 6 people shot and 2 dead. Surveillance footage published by TMZ appeared to show King Von throwing punches at Quando Rondo and his crew, which cited unnamed sources claiming King Von's crew approached Quando Rondo as he napped in his car. 2 weeks after the shooting, Quando Rondo released a song apparently addressing his role in the incident titled End of Story. He claimed the gunfire was self-defense, rapping, "He shouldn't have never put his hands on me. Look at the footage. That's all the evidence." Durk is a Chicago rapper who formed the Only the Family group in 2010, with which he has released 6 albums. King Von was a member of Only the Family prior to his killing. Lil Durk had his breakthrough in the 2010s after signing to Def Jam Records and releasing the albums Remember My Name in 2015 and Lil Durk 2X in 2016. He later signed with Alamo Records and earned his first Grammy nominations for Laugh Now Cry Later, a collaboration with Drake, in 2021. He topped the Billboard 200 for the first time with 7220 in 2020-2022 and released his biggest hit, All My Life, his Grammy-winning collaboration with J. Cole in 2023. From the look of it, things keep getting worse for Durk. Just recently, on February 24th, the Chicago Sun-Times reported that Andrea Laquila Robinson, the mother of Quando Rondo's late cousin Saviaya Robinson, filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Durk. Andrea filed the suit in Cook County Court in Chicago. The victim's mother claims that Durk, his record label, Only the Family, as well as an unnamed business manager and related company, which was also not named, are responsible for the death of Saviaya, aka Lil Pieb, who was shot and killed during an alleged attempt on Quando's life in August of 2022 in Los Angeles, as earlier mentioned, a crime that Durk is being accused of masterminding. The premature loss of Mr. Robinson has devastated his family and community, Andrea's attorney, Warren Postman, revealed. We filed this lawsuit to hold those responsible accountable and to ensure his family receives the support they need during this difficult time. This is the second wrongful death lawsuit Durk has been hit within less than a year. Last October, FBG Duck's mother reportedly sued Durk and King Von's estate for Duck's murder. Duck was gunned down while shopping with his girlfriend in Chicago's Gold Coast area in August 2020. 6 men with reported ties to Durk have been convicted of the shooting. Back in September, Durk claimed that his criminal record had been wiped clean. The Chicago rapper, who has an extensive rap sheet, made the announcement on X and was understandably thrilled at the news. But that excitement didn't last long. Everybody should get second chances at life. It's about what you do with it. Alhamdulillah, my background is wiped clean of all cases. I ain't a felon anymore, he wrote. He continued, "Who would have thought? I want to thank everyone who helped push my vision forward. Thank you from the bottom of my heart number, The Voice." Durk's since expunged legal issues date back to 2011 when he was arrested on a weapons charge, for which he was sentenced to 3 months behind bars. 2 years later, the All My Life hitmaker was arrested again and charged with unlawful use of a weapon by a felon. He was given 18 months probation after pleading guilty. During this probation, however, the Grammy winner was allegedly caught by police in possession of 2 guns, leading to another weapons-related charge. The case was eventually dropped after a judge ruled that the rapper was not in possession and control of the guns, and therefore did not violate his probation. In mid-last year, Durk revealed that he went to rehab to turn his life around after becoming hooked on Xanax and lean. The Chicago rapper opened up about his past drug addictions and successful journey to get clean in an interview with TMZ. Explaining his motivations to go to rehab, Durk said, "It helped me a lot. I want people to not run from it or be shy from it. It was tough at first, but it ain't that tough because I really knew what I wanted. I knew what was holding me back." He added, "I wanted better. I wanted to be a better man, a better father, a better leader. I'm thinking clearer. My main goal is peace, being with the family, and staying out of BS." The 32-year-old also opened up about his mental state before he went to rehab. "I was moving fast, making excuses. I was letting the drugs take over me, like the codeine, Xanax, but it doesn't make me." He added, "I just see myself staying on the right track and trying to change a lot of lives. This is for the youth or the older people who want to do better and feel like they embarrassed or like people are going to talk about them." Durk went into more detail about his plans to help other recovering addicts, particularly in his hometown. "In Chicago, I want to build one rehab facility because I know what it did for me. I know it could help a lot of people," he said, adding that he hopes to work with local politicians to tackle issues such as drug addiction and gang violence. The OTF founder previously spoke about his drug use on the recent single Old Days, where he rapped, "I miss the old days, the old ways. My history, iconic. I was taking so many pills. I was so high. I really abused it. Started selling perks. I turned around and started to use it." Durk is also credited with helping save the life of collaborator OTF Duty by paying $100,000 for his own rehab stint. Well, it seems he has some good in him. But for now, the fight is to clear his name of the heinous crimes he's been charged with. Do you think he will get his freedom back? Let us know in the comments section below. And that's it from us today. Until next time, thank you for watching.